Hi everyone, I'm back with another video, and I just wanted to speak on how I watched Rapunzel and the perspective that I seen while watching it. Okay, so it was like the evil witch pretty much bargained Rapunzel's mother while she was pregnant and her father for some cabbage for the baby, like a swap. And they did it because they didn't want the mother, she didn't want to die while she was pregnant. So she sold her baby to save her life and the baby's life, which I didn't think was terrible. I just thought it was terrible how it was unfortunate that that had happened. But the messed up part about it was the evil witch went in, took the baby, and put her into a tower, a tall castle-like tower, for years, like until she was like in her early teens or early adulthood, something like that. And I was thinking, like, this woman had to have known that Rapunzel was a chosen one because she hid her away from the world. She put her somewhere where nobody could find her. And she had long golden hair that she would climb up on. And all she would do was just go up there and just brush the girl's hair, probably sucking her of her energy. That was probably like her go-to youth fountain or something like that, of some way, some sort. And then she would leave. And this would go on and go on and go on. And then she was pissed. She was mad. She was mad when she found out that the prince had found her. And once she realized that someone had found her, she figured that she couldn't hold her any longer. So she discarded of her. Just got rid of her. And took her to some desert or something like that. That's the children's story. So I was sitting back thinking, I was like, isn't that so narcissistic? Shit right there. I was looking at the TV for a while, trying to process like how everything that we see in our childhood, like the nursery rhymes and stuff, how it teaches us pretty much about, good and evil. And that's, self-explanatory within itself. Everyone knows that because, there's always villains in the story and stuff like that. But how does it affect us as children, like watching these things and then growing up into adult? How does it wire our brain? Like, how does it process while we're children? And, it processes for every child differently because we're all different, obviously. So why did the lady discard of her after all this time just because one person found her? That's something that we don't really think about. Like, as chosen ones, like, we will be sad whenever we're discarded by our narcissist, not thinking it's a whole celebration because that person had us in captivity. And even though captivity might seem comfortable because for some reason it's a mechanism that is used but in a reverse way. It's on some other brainwash or trickery type of level, magical type of level. But just because we are set free does not mean that the world ends. Being found is a pleasurable thing. And a lot of times we don't realize that the narcissist or the evil person, is being exposed, and that's why they had to discard of you. Once one person know, they feel like everybody know. That's just the paranoia of it all. And so whenever the prince found her, she discarded of her because now she was afraid of what would happen next. And that was very interesting to see. And there was another one about Cinderella. It said, Cinderella, dressed in yellow, went to go kiss her fella. When she kissed him, she found out he was a snake. Yeah, it was something like that. And so that was just another nursery rhyme that, go over our heads when we're children. And I say this because if we actually understood, the nursery rhymes and what it really meant, maybe we would have learned from it to the point where we made better choices dating. How we experience narcissists in our older years when we're learning about them when we're younger. That's what made me think, like, what kind of spell was we being put under as children? Like, what was really going on? I just had to think about it because it just doesn't add up for me. It just doesn't. And that's all I want to share. I was just tripping out about it. I just had to share it with y'all. So, yeah. Good day. Peace and love.